So, yeah, indeed, continuing our conversation with Matshela Koko, who resigned in February last year, and there have been many allegations against him, and that's what we've been talking to. A lot of these allegations, he's also been talking to the fact that they can allege whatever they want, but until it goes to a court of law, they're all allegations, and that's exactly what they are. I just want to ask you, have you ever been approached to appear at the State Capture Commission to come and defend the allegations that have been made against you?
No.
You would obviously go if they do approach you?
Certainly, certainly.
Yeah. What do you believe is at the heart of all of this? Because everything you're saying this morning is you're denying all the allegations against you, and you have it in all your authority to do so, because, as you say, until a court of law finds you guilty of any of these allegations levelled against you, you're innocent. But what do you believe is at the heart of everything that's been going on at Eskom?
So let's take a case study. There's a NGO called OUTA. It's been very vocal against how corrupt Mr. Koko is. OUTA has made its submissions to the Zondo Commission. The Zondo Commission looked at them and says, we're not accepting them. They are narrative-based. They are opinions. So what does it tell you? OUTA has just gone quite underground. They don't tell why. Because Zondo has not accepted their dossier. It's as simple as that. So the beauty about the Zondo Commission is that it's made up of a senior judge. It's made up of competent investigators. It's made out of senior counsels. They don't read the newspapers and get excited. They take the evidence, they look at it, and if they think I have a case to answer, they will call me. They have not called me.
Yeah.
People have gone to Zondo. Jabu Mabuza went to Zondo, told them a lot of things about me. Zondo Commission has never come back to say to me, Zondo, this guy said this to you, because he was waffling.
People have said, I mean, let's just take one man, for instance, Gert Opperman, the coal supply unit manager.
Yes. Where is he now?
Why didn't you apply to cross-examine him when he made these allegations against you?
I'll answer that. Where is he? You know, I said to you offline, take every single person who has said unsavory things about me. They are no longer at Eskom, because they had a case to answer. And the only way out was to hide behind Matshela.
Yeah.
So that you don't deal with the issues that they have to answer to. You can mention Abraham Masango, you can mention Frans Lakudi, you can mention Suzanne Daniels, you can mention Gert Opperman. They had a case to answer themselves. And they are no longer at Eskom, because Eskom confronted them and they ran.
Yeah.
And the reason I did not apply to cross-examine him is for two reasons. One is that in his affidavit, he didn't mention my name at all. At all. I didn't, you know, Zondo Commission sends you statements of people who implicate you and say you may be implicated by so-and-so. You can apply to cross-examination. My name was, he never mentioned, so I was...
You were taken by surprise when he started accusing you?
When he was starting accusing me. But for me, I did not apply to cross-examination because it meant nothing. I was just going to spend legal costs for nothing. That allegation is meant, it's going to evaporate because he can't back it up. It's just, you know, it's like if you respond to anything and everything, you're just going to wear yourself down.
Yeah,
it's one of those that I knew this person is not innocent, he will not last long, his deeds will follow him, and indeed they have followed him.
2 more questions. And I know, I mean, this is such a short time with so many issues, but I need to, you know, we invited you here, not necessarily, unfortunately, there are always
you can't
questions. We can't avoid them. We never will. We'll always ask you. This is the narrative around your name.
You must just ask me whether there's a future for Eskom or not, and I'll
Thank you. Let's talk there. 2 quick things. Yesterday was quite a telling day where we read this article coming out. We heard this interview. Mondli Gungubele, he's a member of the NEC, and I quote from him, and he's saying that the blame for the state of electricity provider Eskom lies squarely with the governing party. Again, you and I were talking offline, and one of the things you said to me is that everything that you are reading and being fed as South Africans is purely due to factional battles within the ANC.
You are simply caught up and get carried away by the factional battles in the ANC.
And you got caught up in the middle of that?
And
Is
I
that
got
correct?
caught up in the middle of that. So let me give you another bite. The Cabinet of the Republic have a sitting and take a decision that Mr. Koko must be dismissed from Eskom. Minister Gigaba and the current president announces that. First, it is not in their space. The cabinet can't fire an Eskom CE. There was no board then. So the board gets dismissed and the cabinet takes a decision. The new board comes into office with the cabinet resolution to dismiss Mr. Koko. What do? Now, I'm mentioning this to say I was dismissed by cabinet. It was a political decision. It was not an administrative decision of the board. Now, therein lies the problem Eskom and other state-owned companies. Put this together with a board member who says, we are not giving a leeway, who goes to parliament and says, we are not giving a leeway. If we're giving a leeway, we will load shed for 8 months. The board member, a sitting board member, publicly in parliament says, we are not giving a leeway. Therein lies the problem of Eskom. Politics.
And more politics. Andre de Ruyter, is he the man to turn Eskom around?
I pray for him.
I pray for South Africa.
There's no future for Eskom.
You believe there's no future for Eskom?
Let me explain to you. There's a current plan on the table. Minister Gordon announced it as a special paper, in a special paper. All what this plan says is that set up a transmission company by March 2020 and build more IPPs. That's all what it says. Eskom problem is that it's not generating cash to pay for its costs and to cover for its debt. Any plan about Eskom, about the future of Eskom, must talk to how you increase Eskom sales revenue so that you can generate more cash. Nowhere in all these plans, if you ask the President, how is Eskom going to increase its sales revenue so that it can cover its costs? And of course, you must also reduce your costs. Nobody's talking about that. So how can there be future? Future of any business is increased sales volume. Yeah. You don't want to increase your sales by increasing the tariff. That time is gone, that you're going to go to the public and ask the public to pay for more. The only way to save Eskom is to get Eskom to sell more of its products. There's no plan anyway for Eskom to sell more product. All what the plan is that set up transmission, grow IPPs, Eskom shut down the coal station. It's dying.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that picture of a baby that's waiting to be eaten by a vulture. That's how I explain Eskom now. There will be no Eskom in its current form in the next 3 to 5 years. That's why I pray for him.
We have to leave it there. I don't want to, because there's so much more I need to ask you. And can I get a yes or no answer from you on this one? Is there sabotage at the moment at Eskom? You don't believe there's sabotage?
No,
Okay.
there's no sabotage.
All right. Thank you for talking to us. Matshela Koko, former acting chief executive of Eskom, sharing his views on the entity and also looking back and answering to allegations that are leveled against him. And as you heard from him, these are things that need to be cleared, and we'll certainly give you the time to talk to us if and when you'd like to again. All right, let's take a break here on the program. We'll see you after this.